Well, good morning again. Today I'm sitting with Karen Worley. Karen Worley is the General Manager for Eve's Bay of Plenty. Karen comes to us with a wealth of experience, so not only as a successful salesperson, a successful branch manager, a trainer, coach, and particularly working with people at the high performance end of the business. But she is also now as one of our key strategists and part of our executive group. So Karen, I know that you have a real passion for your people, both from the viewpoint of identifying good people to bring in, helping them get started, getting them in the business and getting them going, and in particular that high performance end of the business, where if somebody's been in the business for a period of time, perhaps with somebody else, and they're looking to go just to that next level, then I know you really enjoy working with those people and helping them get there, don't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think sometimes people take for granted that when you've been in real estate or in any business for a wee while, that you are fine and stand alone and you just get on with it. But actually, sometimes somebody needs to take the time to analyse your business, take a look, offer suggestions, do a bit of brainstorming and see what you can change to be better. I mean, it's well renowned that our very best people in business all around the world have mentors. So if we can be that for our people and bring them through, isn't that great for the industry as a whole?
Yes, and the customer's experience.
Oh, absolutely. It's important.
Okay, so with that in mind, in the last 6 or 7 weeks, the last 8 weeks really, has been very challenging for people in our industry. So tell me, how did your Eve's people go?
So David, the last 8 weeks was challenging, I think, for a lot of people in a lot of industries, and our salespeople were not an exception to that. But during that time, as a company, we wrapped all our resources around them. You know that the senior management team in particular and our management team worked very, very hard to make sure that mentally and physically our people stayed safe. So through a series of podcasts, through lots of really good information that was given to them, they were able to maintain their well-being. And then in addition to that, they were busy working on what was going to happen coming out of lockdown. So we had some contingency plans in place, and I think they've been executed really well, and I guess that as a result of that, our sales have had a springboard and taken off. So our salespeople are all in really good space. For some of those people, it was actually a fantastic time to stop, have a look at their business, regroup and start again, and away they go. So they worked very hard. They had good breaks, and I think that they're really keen to be back and have felt extremely supported. So I'm very pleased with the way things have gone.
Yeah, and you can actually see that in the people at your meetings, in particular with your management team. So tell us, or share with us a little bit more without giving away too many secrets, what you and your managers were focusing on to be able to support your people so that they can support their customers.
Yeah, so very clearly the National Health Association had specific requirements that real estate salespeople needed to adopt when they got back into the real estate industry again to be able to open home and all that sort of stuff. So we put a lot of parameters around that to make sure that not only were our people safe, but their customers safe as well. So that is vendors and purchasers. So we did a lot of that and followed procedure very closely. REINZ gave us great boundaries around that. So I think that we managed that exceptionally well. And then it was starting to look at our salespeople and what they were going to need from us as a management team when they came out. So did that include things like the training that we were putting in place, forward planning for their own businesses and for the office, and in fact bringing people back to work. So that in itself was a challenge. People got used to working alone at home, but also they found that very difficult too. So it was making sure that we looked after those people.
Okay, that's fantastic, and that was clearly evident at Monday's meeting, for example.
Yeah, it was. It was a very productive meeting and exciting, and everyone was pleased to be back.
Yeah. So if I'm a salesperson in another brand, and I'm looking to go to that next level, I'm looking for more support, more practical ideas about how to develop myself as a business person, to develop my talent, skill or ability to be able to offer that to customers. What are the kinds of things that you think are important that you know that you do? So
within our company, we have people that will dissect a business, take it back to the grassroots, have a look at where the growth areas are, where the strengths and weaknesses of the salesperson are, because we're not all born equal, and then start to put some plans in place. For example, as a company, we fully support PA support. So first of all, we partially fund some PA support for our salespeople who need that to allow them to do what they do best. So just that one exercise of going through their business and determining what a salesperson enjoys doing and what they're not good at doing, and then putting some building bricks in place to ensure that no part of their business has any hole in it, is important. So that sort of analysis is, I think, extremely beneficial in pushing salespeople to the level that they want to achieve. So that's just one example of the sorts of things that are in place, but there's tons and tons of things that we can talk about with an individual salesperson, and that is the key to it, is it's individual for that particular person.
Yes, and I think again that was further evidenced by your recent awards that you held, even though it was under alert level conditions. Very successful awards evening and some very, very exceptional results.
Oh, absolutely. And those people, I think, enjoy being part of the brand. They are being mentored by people within the brand and are enjoying the benefits of that.
Great. So is there any one final thing that you'd like to communicate?
Yeah, so I think that it's really important that you work for a strong brand. I'm thrilled that Eves is that brand in the Bay of Plenty, and we do have positions available and love to talk to both established salespeople and those people who are looking at starting a new career.
Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Really always a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks, David.
And I'd encourage anybody who's sitting out there now who's just looking to go to that next level and not quite sure how, then give Karen a call today.